Shalom, Jake. Shalom. We're going to watch this clip and I'm going to show you what's going on because I don't know if you guys remember. Remember I told you I had a dream several days ago about AI and Project Bluebeam? Well, look at what's going on. Okay? Check these different things that are happening because a lot of things are happening. All right? A lot of things are happening. Let's go and let this play.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So see, her camera can't really blow it up how it need to be, but there are a lot of things happening, okay? And if you think this is something, let me show you something else. Let's get some scriptures, then we're going to get in this, because things are happening all across the planet. Jeremiah 10 verse 1, hear you the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus says the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. And see, they're starting to see things, they're starting to scam, they seeing chariots. We're getting excited from seeing the chariots. Yeah, we may be a little afraid, but we're not like going out of our damn mind like these people, because these people know that they at their end. You see, we ain't bugging out and falling down and carrying on, but they're starting to do that. That's why that lady in the beginning, she was like, what the F is this? And these are the things that are happening, okay? And you're going to see more of this. So let's get into this. I'm going to show you what just came up. Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawasha, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawasha, Barakathai Hawa, Barakathai Hawasha. Call her Lord Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Bashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of GMS. Shalom and salutation to those who teach the likewise doctrine. Shalom to the Akim and the Aqua. Shalom to the scattered Israelites across the four corners of the planet. May the Most High and the Son be with you during these trying times. Now remember, several days ago I told you that AI had faked an alien invasion. And Jakes was bugging out from it. Everybody was bugging out. And AI was literally trying to destroy these people and enslave them at the same time. Now that's a dream. You do with it what you want to do with it. But check this out. This just came across the news feed. Oh, and remember, I did that report because there's a signal that's still emitting to the earth every 44 minutes. And they believe that it's some type of spherical thing. Okay? Let me show you. Something like this. Okay? Now check this out.
Believe it or not, we have yet another. This is Dabu 7. And believe it or not, we have yet another object. This interstellar object making its way toward Earth that many are saying could be an alien probe. It could have life. A bunch of different theories surrounding this, but an official report put out in 7. And believe it or not, we have yet another object, this interstellar object making its way toward Earth that many are saying could be an alien probe. It could have life. A bunch of different theories surrounding this, but an official report put out, and it's making headlines because, if you recall, the very first interstellar object that came through our neck of the woods was dubbed Omuamoua. That means scout. which is something that you send out in front of the larger army to scout things out before they arrive. This is now the third object, and Omuamoua was long, it was metallic in nature, and it lifted up out of here, picked up speed, and took off out of here when it passed Earth. They don't deny none of this. It's all out there in the open. Now this new object making its way in, dubbed Atlas. They're saying it could potentially be a comet, but seeing where it came from in its trajectory, it's very peculiar. And they're saying that it is not following the line of any other comet, so to speak, if it was going to be a comet, that it starts to fall in line with dropping into the area out of an unknown place. They don't know if it will be hostile. They don't know if it'll be peaceful. None of these things. But it's obvious they've been setting the stage for a grand show. Blue beam, alien invasion, the whole works.
You heard that? Project Bluebeam. Now, we don't know if that's what this is. Okay? And in my dream, that's what they faked. Okay? And I did something on it. But my page is on strike right now, Friends of the Prophets. Right? So I'm doing stuff on my backup page, Jacob of Fire. All right? But hey, this may, whatever it is, it may actually be hostile, or it may just be them doing Project Bluebeam. But ultimately, we know Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is the one that's going to be sending his angels. All right? So let this finish playing.
Something big is in the offing. And with stories like this continuing to drop, it seems like it's inching closer and closer now. I've tracked objects like Comet Elenin, Ison, all those throughout all these years. All kinds of different comets, the Kachinas, people say, potentially in the sky. I've never seen one look like this in the imaging, where it has all of these different colors. Like this, never. All we've ever seen is it look like this down here in the bottom right on the black and white images, and when it gets close enough, the comets, so to speak, you could make out the tail off the comets, and you can see these from your own backyard with a telescope once they get close enough. This object is going to come right down near Earth to make, I guess, an observance, but when it makes its closest approach, it will be hiding behind the sun. We will not be able to see it. It will strategically and literally be parked behind the sun when it's at its closest approach. So, very odd with all the characteristics here. They're expecting this to show up here later this year. It's moving at an enormous amount of speed, more than 130 miles per hour. This is moving faster than it.
No, he meant 152,000 miles an hour, the same speed as Omuamoua, which is odd to me. Okay, he didn't mean 130 miles an hour. You got cars that go faster than that. Let's keep going.
Any other object that they've clocked coming in this way, at this point they're saying, dubbed 3I/Atlas. This is the new, as they call it, interstellar entity that is heading this way. Join me for the live streams where I talk about this in greater detail, going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on.
And look at how bright it is. It literally looked like a floating city. All right? Now check this out. Joshua 5 verse 11. The day after the Passover, that very day they ate some of the produce of the land, unleavened bread and roasted grain. The manna stopped the day after. Well, this is Joshua. I'm going somewhere with this, right? Because like I said, that thing literally looked like a city, a floating city. The manna stopped the day after they ate this food from the land. There was no longer any manna for the Israelites, but that year they ate the produce of Canaan. Now when Joshua was near Jericho, he looked up and saw a man standing in front of him with a drawn sword in his hand. Joshua went up to him and asked, "Are you for us or for our enemies?" "Neither," he replied, "but as commander of the army of the Lord, I have now come." Then Joshua fell face down to the ground in reverence and asked him, "What message does my Lord have for a servant?" The commander of the Lord's army replied, "Take off your sandals, for the place where you are standing is holy." And Joshua did so. Now, Joshua was also known to see them chariots. He would see the eyes of the Lord going to and fro. All right? And this commander of the Lord's army is Yahushua. Now, we know that Moses followed that huge chariot that Yahushua was in. Now here it is. This thing look like a huge city. Let me show it to you again. Look at all these vast arrays and colors on them. Okay, normally they send you black and white images, stereo B images where they show that wheel in the wheel. This is just like a whole bright city. You see that? Look at the AI overview on this. They say the phrase Joshua seen the eyes of the Lord likely refers to an encounter of Joshua that Joshua had with a divine figure, possibly a pre-incarnate appearance of, and I don't even like to say that name, but we're going to go with Yahushua. Now, how is AI able to figure this out when GMS been telling you this 20, 30 years before people even knew what Yahushua was? You see this? So yeah, here it is. This thing like a whole city. This may actually be a whole chariot. Okay? They have a bunch of other chariots coming out of it. Now let's keep going. Let me show you what else they're saying about this this Atlas 3i, whatever it's called. Let me show you what else they're saying about it. And this is fair use. I'm not profiting from this. This is just for educational purposes only. Check this out.
It appeared quietly, a silent whisper from the cosmic void, an intruder drifting toward our sun at speeds that defy explanation. Astronomers named it 3I/Atlas, the third visitor from beyond our solar system. Yet this one feels different. Its brilliance defies understanding. Its path, impossible. We saw nothing until it was already here, a phantom emerging from interstellar darkness. Now, scientists stand puzzled. Is it merely a wandering rock, a lost fragment of some distant star? Or could it be artificial, an ancient probe, sent from worlds unknown, drifting through eternity, silently watching, now, suddenly awake? Whatever it is, we are no longer alone. Something has come from the darkness between stars, and it demands our attention. In late June, beneath the dark, vigilant skies above Hawaii, something extraordinary slipped into view. Initially unnoticed by human eyes, the anomaly moved swiftly and silently, tracing a path no ordinary asteroid could follow. This anomaly was something entirely different. Scientists quickly gave it a name, 3I/Atlas, a straightforward label for something profoundly mysterious. 3I, meaning only the third known interstellar object to ever be documented. To grasp the significance, we must revisit the ghosts of our recent cosmic past. In October 2017, humanity witnessed its first visitor from the deep unknown, Omuamoua. Shaped like a cigar or flattened disc, it raced silently through our solar system, defying explanation. It had no tail, no familiar cometary activity, just an enigmatic acceleration as it left, like something was gently pushing it back into the endless dark. 2 years later came Borisov, more familiar, yet equally unsettling. A clear cometary tail, yet unmistakably alien in composition. Scientists rejoiced. Humanity was seeing interstellar travel in real time. Yet the joy was tempered by unanswered questions. What forces push these travelers toward us? And why do we suddenly see them now? But this newest visitor is raising the stakes dramatically. Brighter and seemingly larger, it shines with unusual intensity. Researchers calculate that if its surface is dark like an asteroid, the object might span nearly 20 kilometers across.
Did you hear that? They said this thing is 20 kilometers across. That's like what, like 14 miles? Let me calculate it right quick. This joker will be 12.42 miles across. He didn't say in length, he said across. So if this thing is 12 miles across, we don't know how long it may be. You see? This is where we at now. A lot of strange things are happening in the skies. All right, Jake? And remember, I told you I recently had that dream about them using Project Bluebeam, letting AI use it and use it to its full extent. And it looked like an alien invasion. So keep your eyes on what's going on, man. The Most High is turning this dial up so they can eventually shut this place down so these prophecies could come into play. You see? We're going to let that play one more time. And remember, this is what they're calculating by them not getting a total visual on it yet. When they get a whole visual on it, thing may be 100 miles across. Like that one they seen near the moon.
Researchers calculate that if its surface is dark like an asteroid, the object might span nearly 20 kilometers across.
Yeah, 20 miles across. So, hey, stay prayed up, man. A lot of things are happening. Things are getting real spicy. Things are starting to look more and more crazy every day. So we're gonna get some scriptures and leave it there, Jake. The Most High is visiting the world which He made. Okay? Look at what somebody said. It's not just a rock. There's no way it's just a rock. Its path is too peculiar. Right. And it's coming in the same speed as Omuamoua. Remember, that was called the Scout. Like a small probe. Now you got these larger objects coming in. And Most High willing, hey, that's a chariot. A huge chariot. Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of His salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Call Halal, Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.
Span nearly 20 kilometers across, dwarfing its predecessors. Its sheer size alone ignites debates and